Quarterfinals, the nighttime Africa champions bounced back from their opening loss to Malawi with a hard-fought 1-0 victory over Zambia, but they will now have to dig deep into their squad for the final group fixture. That's News Radar for this hour. I am Victoria Ogudende. Thank you for joining us.
Many voices. Before the experts debate them, before the politicians defend them, we hear it directly from the people. This is Citizens Direct on TVWest. I am Victoria Ogudende, and today we hit the street to ask citizens, if you had the opportunity to advise leaders on one thing about the economy, what would it be? The rising cost of living has changed how they spend, save, and even plan for the future, from food prices to transportation and other daily essentials. Many households are really feeling the pressure. But beyond the challenges, how are Nigerians really adapting? And what solutions do they think can make life more affordable? Let's go.
Good morning, Nigerians. If I have the opportunity to talk to our government, I will tell them to, I feel our government are too careless about our lives, about how we live in Nigeria. There is no price control. Government should be able to come up with the policies that control the prices of things in the market. I think everybody just do their own things. Nobody really care. The government don't really pay attention to those things.
One, I will have to advise the leaders to get an advisor first. Advisor that knows things about finance. One. Then another thing is to check the population of the people you are leading. Their population matters, to know how you balance things.
So until our government can be able to come to the point where they put eyes to what is being sold in the market, what is being produced, how much is being produced, how much are they selling, so to be able to have the price control.
Because to import goods, to clear them, all these add to the cost of prices of goods. So these are the three things: to get a good advisor on finance, to check the population of the people you are leading. Then the third one is cost of importation of goods.
The condition of Nigeria today is not the condition we met 4 or 5 years ago. The hardship in Nigeria today is getting too much. You cannot buy anything in the market, and the Nigerian government are not doing anything. We want them to look into the hardship in Nigeria.
The living in Nigeria, the live in Nigeria now is very, very high. Ordinary man cannot even eat maybe one square meal in a day. If you drink garri in the morning, in the afternoon, no food. In the evening, you don't even know what to eat. So everything, both work, everything is too high.
We don't have leaders. That is the problem we have. You know, they will go to abroad and see how they are doing abroad, how people are living in abroad. They will go there and buy houses, buy cars, buy bulletproof, buy private jets. The only thing I want them to know is They remember that when they die, they will not bury them without private jets. They will not bury them without houses. They will only go. If a Muslim, they will not bury you with a casket. If a Christian, they will bury you with a casket. But they should know that God is recording everything they are doing. The country is not going for everybody know how much is fuel. Well, fuel is 1,000 something. Understand? People are suffering.
We are able to Nigeria government that to provide food for ordinary man in the street. At least we are dying. We are dying gradually, we are dying. Nobody, no food, nothing. We will work, no work, nothing. They are just suffering.
Tomato is 1,000 or 1,000. Pepper 15 naira now is almost 1,000. It cannot cook. Things are going wrong, and government don't want to do anything. They know what they're supposed to do. They care for their pocket. They don't care for people.
To our government that to provide food for us, to provide good health, good accommodation, good electricity to give us so that you can live as a human being. So I just need them to do good for us. That's it.
I think you need food, and transportation alone is killing us, especially in Nigeria. So at least anything they can do about the food aspect, the feeding aspect, and the transportation, I think we are cool.
They should change and remember that it's God. Understand? Now they're talking about 2027 election. They're not talking about how people they're kidnapping everybody. They cannot travel. Now, if you are traveling, you'll be praying for God to save you. But we'll have leaders.
Because a lot of people are suffering. I mean, rent is expensive, food, feeding is expensive, even to transport yourself down to work is very expensive.
Because some places that we usually go at the rate of maybe 300, some now it's getting out of hand, some 500, some 600, and also we just ask the leaders, they are doing well, the fuel have started dropping, but they should still try it.
The average Nigerian is really suffering, and I really wish the government can look into the days that we Nigerians are going through and find a solution to this. If it's to try to regulate the prices and make it very easy for us.
We Nigerians, we don't really need to advise the government. Rather, we need to cry out so that the government will look into the cost of the living, like the housing, the road, the lights. There are things government need to do, especially in Lagos State.
The average salary earner is earning like 70k. Imagine you now putting down a price of 1 million naira for rent. How do you expect the person to afford it?
People can no longer afford one room to live in.
The cost of living now has gone higher, and people are living now from hand to mouth. Looking at the situation in the country and the minimum wage, and back to your question that what would be my advice to the leaders, to the government, is number one, there should be consistency in paying their salaries. And looking at the cost of buying things, even people that are earning minimum wages are not able to afford certain things, many things. So I will advise our leaders to look at the cost of commodities, most especially the cost of bringing things into the country, which I believe is the most of the reason why things increases. And also they should put some regulation into the cost of buying things.
I will advise them to bring down the cost of fuel, because the reason why things are expensive is fuel. If they come down, the cost of living will be a bit reduced.
Because look at things that people are buying in the market. Once the price goes up, the sellers do not think they should bring it down again, even if the cost of bringing it in reduces. So there should be a check, regulation check that the government should put in place, so that in case if people get the little salary they are getting, they will be able to buy things.
The only thing, because they will tell you, oh, bringing goods, bringing rice or beans from the north is expensive, we pay this, we have to pay that, we have to pay all of this. Do you understand? So if they can reduce the cost of fuel, it will be a bit manageable. And if there is any other thing they can do, a lot of people are suffering. Some families barely eat.
So what I'm going to advise the federal government is that they should make sure that there is price control for everything, because that one will enhance us, and aside from that, is from generation to another generation. What I'm going to advise is that they should open more technical schools. so that people that are growing up, the children, they'll be able to have skill, because it's not everybody that will go to the tertiary institution. So if they have been able to have something doing, it will also help to manage the economic system. So that's the only thing I can chip in.
Basically, the cost of living is telling on everybody. It's telling on moral values. It's telling on the way people run their day-to-day living. And from my own point of view, I feel the leadership should be more interested in the citizenry. They shouldn't just take decisions based on what they feel in the presidency, at the presidency level, at the government level. They should be in touch with the grassroots. And then when they are taking decisions, they should involve the masses so that they don't just take it. Like the issue of subsidy. Subsidy is a very fine thing they did, but the process was very, 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 very detrimental to the masses.
There is so much hunger in the land. Some cannot even afford 1 square meal. So bring down the cost of things, fuel, transportation, and a whole lot. And I tell you, okay, just look at just 2 days ago, they were about increasing WAEC and NECO fee to 50,000 naira. And these are people who cannot even afford the 27,000 naira. Now it's on suspension. Who knows if they will come up tomorrow and continue with the 50,000 naira. Now what will now happen to poor families that cannot afford it? Children will be dropped out from school, increasing more suffering to the people of Nigeria.
The number one issue facing causing cost of living in Nigeria, I would say, is insecurity. Number one, when there is insecurity in some other places, you see that people will start moving to a particular place, like in Lagos, and everywhere will become congested with population. And if everybody is congested, if everywhere is congested like that, you see that number one cost of living is housing. Once everybody is congested in a particular place like that, you see that landlord will start exaggerating the price of housing. So in that case, I think government should make economic state more than Lagos. Like there should be different economic states than Lagos, and everybody coming into one place, and not like only Lagos, not everybody.
So I believe that they should consider the masses, engage them in the process of policy making, and I feel it would make things better. And then with the re-election issue, you don't need to campaign if you are doing the right thing. If you are doing the right thing, people would naturally want to vote for you to come back. But when you are not doing what the masses want, or they are not feeling you in the right way, then you have to go and do it by hook or crook. So if you want to get re-elected seamlessly, put the masses into consideration. That is, you voted, you swore to secure our lives and our properties. That is your main priority.
Secondly is food market. Insecurity have made farmers and other farmers and haters clashes. So in this, there's a short of food in the market. So if government can look into price regulation, because if you go into market to go and buy something now, you see that everybody are giving their price in a different rate. So there should be an agency that will be regulating price of things in the market, so that anybody can go into the market and get whatever he or she wants at affordable price. Because I might go now to go and buy something from a particular person, that person will sell at different price rate. If you go there to get your own from another person, it will be a different price rate. So that is not bringing like a stable competition in our market sphere in terms of food commodity. So if government have anything to do concerning cost of living in housing, there should be decongestion of population. Then there should be price regulation in the marketplace, so that things will come down. And if price of things come down like that, truly cost of living will be easy for citizens.
As Nigerians continue to adapt to the rising cost of living, one message is clear: long-term solutions, and numerous other solutions provided by citizens, price regulation, fuel reduction, and so many others. We can only hope that the voices of citizens are heard and taken into consideration on the cost of living in Nigeria. This is Citizens Direct on TVWest. I am Victoria Ogudende. Thank you for joining us.
You are watching the test transmission of TVWest. Don't forget to follow and subscribe to our social media handle at TVWestNG across all social networks. Thanks for staying with us.
TV West. Reporting the West, inspiring progress.
Has many voices. Before the experts debate them, before the politicians defend them, we hear it directly from the people. Hello and welcome to Citizens Direct on TVWest. I am Victoria Ogudende, and today we hit the streets to ask citizens about that one thing that they would change about government hospitals in Nigeria. Let's go. Quality healthcare remains a major concern for many Nigerians, with challenges ranging from affordability to availability of medical services. Today on Citizens Direct, I'm hitting the street to ask citizens about that one thing that they would change about government hospitals in Nigeria. Let's go.
What I see that can improve Nigeria government hospital? I mean, the whole 30 states of Nigeria, they try and increase our facilities. We are lacking facilities. They try, there's nothing like government, doctors and nurses are going on strikes. They are sad, they try and pay them on time because they have family to feed on. They try and bring down the level of this thing, the lab fee, the drugs fee. If they can even provide free drugs, because so that people can even afford. These are not equal. So I came from a racial background that they need to attend to. They need medical attendance. I pray God will help our government. It's not easy. We are praying for them. May God help them.
Well, to the best of my knowledge, from what I know, like I said, everything about government healthcare in Nigeria is in shambles. Because when you go to the hospital, first of all, doctors and nurses are not well taken care of. They are not well paid. Their allowance, in fact, everything, they are not well taken care of. And secondly, there are no drugs in the hospital. You go to the hospital, they will refer you to a private laboratory for tests. They will refer you to a private pharmacy for you to get your drugs. So, okay, thank you. So to that extent, everything, I would like to change everything about government healthcare in Nigeria.
So I think one of the most fundamental aspects of the nation is the health sector of Nigeria, because that's where our lives are saved. The very importance of the doctors, the nurses. So I think one of the most important problems are the infrastructure. So if I'm in the position of the government, I think one of the most important aspects I work on are the infrastructure. Health facilities. Because that's where things are provided to support the needs of the people, the injured, because all lives cannot be vulnerable. The government needs to protect the very needs
and the health of the citizen, which is the most important aspect of life, the health security of the...
One thing I will change about government hospitals in Nigeria is I will ensure that government hospitals are properly funded and equipped so patients can get their quality health care.
The only reason way to approach the issue is to put things in order. One from one perspective, one is for them to make everything easy for the masses. Because if, for example, like I went to this general hospital, I stand on the queue less than 3 hours for me to get a drug to my mom. Okay, if I way that they quickly equate where I can easily go somewhere inside the hospital and get it very easily and very small money for affordable. But everything is very expensive.
I would say the infrastructure, the equipment, and the salary. So what they need to do is work on their infrastructure, because I think they lack many infrastructures, one, and they lack many instruments for it. And I think if they pay their workers well, everybody will, because I think in Nigeria now, the pay moves people to do their work perfectly well. Because you can't come to work and they're paying you almost less than what you should get, and you are attending to somebody, you get frustrated when you are kind of working. So I think they should increase the pay, infrastructure, and the equipment.
Government hospital is all about the workers' attitude. The first thing I will change if I have the power with me is the workers' attitude. Because health staffs, health workers are supposed to be humanitarian, but most of them are definitely not. I'm not trying to point a few accusing fingers of them. It is in our blood, especially being Nigerians. We don't have that spirit of care towards one another. So the first thing I will change is the attitude of workers, health workers, by introducing training programs that can sanitize, that make them become more of humanitarians than just health workers, ordinary health workers, because many of them are working just for the salary. But they're supposed to remember first that they are humanitarians before the salary aspect comes into it. Then government have to think about increasing the health workers' remuneration, because that added incentive will go a long way to ginger them to work more, give more of that humanitarian aspect of them towards the patients.
The government workers should have a fear of God, in the sense that the way they interact with their what's it called? Is it the clients or the patients? Yes. So they should have a fear of God and how to interact with them. Most of them, they are evil. They don't have a fear of God. Like one day, for instance, one day I went to this general hospital. I go there I have a stomach running. I have a stomach pain. So I went down there. I explained my situation to them. So they said because they did not carry me come, or I did not took a motor or vehicle come, that I'm not emergency, that I should go and set back. I said, I'm having stomach pain, that they should attend to me. They said no, they will not attend to me. So ever since then, I've not entered there. So may God help us.
First of all, we have to be practical here. We have 24 or 20 local governments in Lagos State, and each local government is being one general hospital man the entire local government. Let us be practical. Can, God forbid, let's assume there's an emergency, can that local government manage 20 streets? Let's assume there's a casualty that affected the entire 20 streets in the local government, which I believe is less than 10% of the entire street in that local government. So the issue here is this: we are not being practical. What we have is not sufficient to the number of people they ought to have attended to. If you look at the total number of these doctors here, they are not up to, let's say the total surgeon here, they are not up to 100. Because I'm not in medical line, we have surgeon, you have opticians. If you look at each and every one of them, they are not up to 100 in numbers, and they have thousands of persons to attend to. They're also human beings like us. But the issue here is there's no transparency between the citizen and the government. Thank you. The word transparency is very clear. I want to see what is going on there. What is their budget now? What did the government needs to do for us in court now is the total population of people staying in Ikeja is 10 million. I know that the total population of people staying in Ikeja are 500,000. Yeah. The total number of surgeons we have in Ikeja, you understand? Let them tell you the total number compared to the population. The
surgeons are not.
Are you getting the logic now? We need just to be transparent to one another so that we can. These things are not difficult. It's just that we are not ready. The government are not ready. We too we are not ready. That's why we are not asking necessary questions. So we are just like, we know the problem and we are dodging the problem and we want solution. What we need is just transparency. Simple.
From affordability to the quality of care, citizens are calling for a healthcare system that actually works, the one that truly meets their needs. This is Citizens Direct on TVWest. I am Victoria Ogudenge, and thank you for joining us.
You are watching the test transmission of TVWest. Don't forget to follow and subscribe to our social media handle at TVWestNG across all social networks. Thanks for staying with us.
TV West. Reporting the West, inspiring progress.
TV station other than TVWest. My name is Daniel Owoyemi. Welcome to Opportunity Radio TV. This is where we avail Nigerians with practical opportunities available out there. You may complain, oh, the country is this, there are no opportunities here or there, but on Opportunity Radio TV, we avail you with those opportunities and we bring experts that help you walk through that journey of rising from that zero to that level that you may want to be, harnessing those opportunities. So today promises to be a very interesting and very insightful one, as I'm being joined on the show by an expert, a specialist in digital marketing, Mr. Segun Olayemo. Good morning, sir.
Good morning, sir.
Glad to have you join us on Opportunity Radio TV.
Same here, sir.
I believe there's a lot you're going to unpack for many Nigerians, because before we get into that, let's go for this survey that when we return, we get into the conversation proper. Alright, welcome back. You're still on to Opportunity Radio TV, and before we went on that break, I did let you know that we're looking at opportunities in digital marketing for every Nigerian, regardless of where you find yourself. Whether you are a 9-to-5 person, or you're a business owner, or someone who is just still trying to figure out what to do, especially in this digital age where everyone is talking about AI. But what exactly is digital marketing all about? For someone who just knows the conventional marketing, the traditional marketing, now it's digital marketing. What exactly does digital marketing entail? So someone begins to know what to expect.
Okay, so digital marketing is actually majorly you bringing your business to the internet.
Okay.
You're using different technology like social media, and also different web techniques and even AI to actually promote your business and get visibility for your business.
Okay, so it's strictly about visibility for your business using the digital tools available. So, are there opportunities in digital marketing?
Actually, there are a whole lot of opportunities in digital marketing as a skill. We have opportunities in social media management, social media marketing. So what that entails is you helping businesses to manage their social media profile, be it Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, LinkedIn, YouTube, Pinterest, whatever social media.
Is there numbers? All this one that you have mentioned
exactly.
Now. Okay.
So, and also we still have media buying aspect, which is you concentrating majorly on helping businesses run profitable campaigns to promote their business, to promote their goods, their services to the right audience, and also to the right buyers for them to be able to actually earn profit from the business. Then we also have content aspect of it in terms of writing content for different businesses for you to be able to promote your services through that aspect. It could be in form of blog content, it could be in form of content articles that people could read, learn, or even you could also earn from that as a content writer by monetizing your skill with AdSense on different ad levels. So there are a whole lot of opportunities.
So you have mentioned three now. You have mentioned social media marketing.
Yes.
You have mentioned content writing. You have mentioned media buying.
Yes.
Please take us to. I know there's still more.
Yeah. We still have funnel development. So what funnel development actually means is that you help businesses to streamline the structure at which they want to actually reach out to their audience. So it could be in form of you setting up a Facebook campaign that would actually have a landing page where people could actually visit to learn more about your business and your services. Then from there you could also integrate payment on that same page where they could actually check out immediately once they make decisions to buy from you, and you get paid, and they also get their goods or whatever services they are actually trying to buy from you delivered to them.
So that's another specialization to funnel. Why do they call it funnel?
The reason why they call it funnel is simply because it's in form of the normal funnel that we know for you to actually maybe pour water gently without you wasting any of it. So it's a funnel in terms of it has 3 levels. We have the top funnel, the middle funnel, and the bottom funnel. So what it means is that not everyone that sees your ad or your campaign would buy immediately. So you keep them in that funnel for you to be able to nurture them. So the nurturing now has to do with you selling to them different category of your product. You could have products in different categories of maybe 1 million, 500,000, 200,000, 300,000. So let's say you're pushing out a product of 1 million to your audience and they are not buying. So you could also look at what other product can I push to those same people in the sales funnel, like maybe 500,000 product. If they are converting, you can now downsell or upsell your audience. So that's why
you are giving a free masterclass already. Okay, so you have let us into the different dynamics of digital marketing now. Now, for a starter now, someone who is just hears about digital marketing, I mean, you see people who call themselves, why did I say who call themselves? People like you, digital marketing experts. Some of them, they don't go out, they just work from home, and people are wondering, what are they doing? They must be doing cyber fraud. Is it real that you can stay at home within the comfort of your house and you just make money? I mean, is it real?
Of course, it's very real. I would say I've been working remotely since 2021 as a digital marketer, and
they pay you.
Of course.
The money is not remote money, it's original money.
Of course, it's real money, like salary. Yes, now you get paid.
Wow.
for every gig or job that is being delivered. So for working remotely, it's in different levels. You could actually work as a freelancer. It means you'll be working and getting paid based on every project that is being completed. And you could also work on a full-time role as a remote worker, where you work, but just that you don't go to the office. You wake up the normal time. A 9 to 5 person wakes up, you do your work, then you close at whatever time you agreed with the company. But the good thing about it is that it gives you liberty, and it's very flexible. You don't have to deal with the awful and buffle of jumping on buses and all of that. So it's that freedom
the Lagos
is actually the
hustling and bustling issue.
Exactly. So you just have dominion over your time. And you could also control how you manage your time and even your resources.
Wow. So now, in fact, it's like you're winning me. I don't know whether I should stop doing media and join and join you.
No problem.
That's what I do it.
You're
So
welcome.
where can someone start from? As in level, which level can one start from?
Okay, so first, if you're looking at heading into digital marketing, like I said, it's just digital marketing is just like an umbrella that actually houses a whole lot of other area of specialization when it comes to online marketing. So if you're starting out, the easiest way to start out is starting out as a content writer or a copywriter. So the reason why I said that is the easiest way is simply because it's easy for you to sit down, write content for companies. It's not so technical. It's just as if you're writing a letter, you're writing an essay. So you write that for businesses, for them to be able to promote their products, their services. Then you have it published online, and you still get paid handsomely for doing that.
Okay, so for starters, you can consider content writing.
Yeah.
So what about which other one can?
Also, you can also still consider social media marketing, just that it could now be a little bit technical, because nowadays most social media managers or marketers are being required to also understand some level of content creation and also social media graphics design and maybe video editing skills, although it's not even supposed to be one of the skills that should actually be in their portfolio. But based on job requirements, for most cases, that's why I said social media management may not be so easy like the way it was before. That all you have to do is just manage posts for businesses, respond to comments, replies, and also DMs.
Okay, now I'm beginning to think that social media management is like taking the front role in digital market. So when people hear digital marketing now, they think everything is social media management.
Of course not. No. Digital marketing, like I said, it houses a whole lot of other skills. So under digital marketing, we have social media management, we have email marketers, we have content writers.
Email marketing is also part of digital marketing.
Exactly.
Wow.
We have content writing, we have copywriting, and copywriting is actually an act of writing to sell. So it's still different from being a content writer.
So for someone who has a passion, I mean, when it comes to writing now, who writes books, who writes articles here and there, does that person still need some level of training to be able to write to sell now, because he's writing to sell now? So what are the dynamics of writing to sell?
Yeah, so for copywriting, like I said, writing to sell, it actually has a framework which we refer to the AIDA framework. So what that means is that is AIDA. So those 4 letters must be acronym must be very much present in your content for you to be able to sell. So it means awareness, interest, then desire and action.
Free masterclass. Awareness, interest, desire and action. So must be present in your writing.
Exactly. So it means you have to craft a content that would make people want to read more, want to know more about what you're trying to talk about or whatever product you're trying to sell. Then the interest for them to be able to want to get to the last stage of your content, which is where the action is going to take place, has to also be there. Then now the desire to now willingly take action. Either you want them to maybe submit their email, you want them to submit their phone number, you want them to buy from you, you want them to make deposit, you want them to make direct purchase. Now has to do with the action being binded into the copy that you're actually writing, just for that act.
It's getting really interesting now on Opportunity Radio TV as we continually delve into opportunities available for Nigerians. And on this episode, we're looking at opportunities in digital marketing for every Nigerian. And my guest has been a digital marketing specialist, Mr. Segun Olayemo. Let's go for this break there. When we return, the conversation continues as we shall be looking at some other areas that would interest you. We'll be back after this time out. Stay with us. Alright, welcome back. It's still Opportunity Radio TV, and the conversation has been opportunities in digital marketing for every Nigerian, regardless of the age that you find yourself, the profession, the business that you do. So my guest has been Mr. Segun Olayemo, a digital marketing specialist. And earlier, before we went on that break, you did let us know that there are different dynamics of digital marketing. You took us through a master class of someone who is going to content writing, of awareness, interest, desire, and action. So now let's throw some light. Let's spotlight some areas now. So which digital marketing skills are currently most valuable?
Okay, so the digital marketing skills that are currently most valuable, one, I would say search engine optimization experts. Then I would say funnel
what does that search? Okay. Is there an engine somewhere that we're going to be searching for something?
No, it actually means that having your business visible on different search engines like Google, because if people want to actually get to learn or know about your business, most times they might not even remember what your website is or what your social media page handle is. The first thing they want to do is go to Google and search for the name of your business. So if your business is actually not visible on the search engine, they would never get to see your business or learn about it. So that's why it's very lucrative skill now, because most businesses want to be visible on Google, even other search engines like Bing, Yandex, and even now Pinterest is also being used as a search engine. Even social medias, you see different social media
so
content.
Pinterest is not just for images?
No, it's not. Pinterest is more than an image submission platform. It's actually a bulk of traffic acquisition website. You can actually move as much traffic as you want from Pinterest to your website or your offer, depending on the strategy.
Okay, so you were responding to the question of the most valuable.
Yeah, I said search engine optimization.
Okay.
One. Then the next thing is media buying. Everyone wants to promote their business. They want people to see their product. They want people to see their services. So media buying also, it's also a very lucrative skill now in digital marketing, like I said earlier, because you could actually use the skill to help businesses run ads that could actually attract sales and also increase their conversion.
So now I'm thinking for someone who wants to venture into digital marketing, regardless of the subdivision the person is venturing into, and the person doesn't have a portfolio.
Okay.
Can one start without a portfolio?
Of course, you could start without a portfolio, and the best way to start, like I used to tell people, is actually looking for internship offers, be it paid or not. What that would do for you is that it would actually help you work on live projects. You'll be able to work on projects that you could actually use to develop or build your portfolio, then bid for jobs that could actually pay you well.
Okay, so how should someone like that now approach a business or an organization that, I need to do internship, but in the event that such an organization feel that they are not willing to, they will not be paying such a person, do you think it's still worth it?
Yeah, it's very worth it. Like I said earlier, the best way to actually approach them is make them understand that you are just starting out, you are at the entry level of your career, then you need to build your portfolio, whereas you could actually use your skill to actually help the business grow. In returns, you work on live projects with them, then you hand that as the reward for whatever job you've done for them.
Okay, so what course or what background or what educational background should one have before one can really do well in digital markets?
And for me, your educational background is not relevant. And the reason I said it's not relevant is simply because I've seen people that are school cert holders, I've seen people that are ND holders, I've even seen people that actually studied food tech, food science, but now they are a developer, a full stack digital marketer, or majorly an SEO expert. So your educational background has nothing to do. The only thing is you just need to acquire the skill set. And even majorly when you look at the international market, based on personal experience or the jobs I've worked on, none of them has ever asked me for my school certificate or whatever.
But you've been working for years now, and none has ever asked for your credentials.
Exactly. So what they are actually after is deliverables. Once you have the skills and you're able to prove that you can actually do what they want, that's all. So being a graduate or not has nothing to do with learning or earning from digital marketing.
Okay, so like, what can you take us through the price range, like the remuneration package? What is the popular one, like for social media manager? Like how much do they get paid? For SEO, like how much do they get paid? Email marketing, you know?
Okay. For social media managers,
and sorry for interrupting.
Okay.
If you have these packages across, I mean cross-border, like in Nigeria and for other countries, you have worked with different clients beyond the shores of this country. So like in other clients, like how much do they pay them in Nigeria? Like what do they offer, and what is it supposed to be?
Okay, I would like to put it this way: if you're working for a foreign client and also working for a Nigerian client, you can't compare the salary range. It's the gap is massive. You can, for let's say for a social media manager, you could actually be earning maybe $500 per month from a foreign client, but
$500 is like
that's around 600 and something.
600 something thousand. Okay.
But for a Nigerian client, they could actually be offering you maybe highest 200,000.
They are too used to those.
Sorry, okay, 200,000 naira. So you can even see the margin between the two. So that's why most people that actually learn the skill sets, they actually want to go to different freelancing platforms like Upwork, Fiverr, Freelancer.
Please mention those platforms.
Yeah, we work remotely. Also, we have Remotive, then we have WellFund to actually get clients, and the reason is simply because of the power in the exchange rate. So even if they are going to be getting, let's say, minimum of, let's say, $300 per project, and we are able to handle maybe 2.
Thanks for staying with us on TV West. You're watching News Radar. I'm Victoria Ogudende. Here's what on the radar this hour. State Police Bill heads to Tinubu's desk September 3 as public portal opens for inputs and state lawmakers await its transmission. Lagos divert traffic at Antony Village bus stop as reconstruction begins. Motorists urged to avoid the area and plan alternative routes. Organized labor pushes for a meeting with the finance minister over outstanding wage awards and a 40% allowance, warning that continued delays could spark industrial action. And on the foreign scene, Tens of thousands mourn in Gaza as 112 victims, including dozens of children and women, with authorities reporting 157 still unaccounted for. We'll bring you the details shortly. We now bring you the details. President Bola Tinubu will receive the Executive National Policing Bill for review on September 3rd, the presidency has revealed. The government also unveiled a public information portal for Nigeria to submit memoranda on the legislation before it is transmitted to the National Assembly. Chief of Staff Femi Gbajabiamila, who chairs the Presidential Working Group on the bill, says the 7-week exercise runs from July 27th to September 14th. He added that the final package would include schedules, a fiscal note, and a state readiness framework. The public portal went live on Monday and will accept submissions for roughly 2 weeks. Gbajabiamila says the cost of the new system will be evidence-based and determined state by state. Meanwhile, the Conference of Speakers of State Legislatures have urged the National Assembly to transmit the bill to the 36 State House of Assembly for consideration. Chairman Dennis Guver says lawmakers at the state level cannot begin deliberations until the bill is formally received. Osun State Governor Ademola Adeleke has alleged the extrajudicial killings are occurring in the state and appealed to President Bola Tinubu to intervene. Speaking at an Accord Party campaign rally in Osogbo on Monday, Adeleke said the president must not turn a blind eye to the development. He reminded Tinubu that he and his party had already endorsed him for another term ahead of the 2027 elections and urged him to play a fatherly role by protecting residents. The governor accused the police of taking sides in the political crisis ravaging the state. He warned that the kind of crisis that engulfed the region after the 1983 general elections must be averted by all stakeholders. Adeleke declared that any plan to manipulate the August 15th governorship poll would be frustrated by the electorate. He said voters would go out en masse to vote and defend their votes. The Nigerian Union of Pensioners in Oyo State has threatened to disrupt academic and administrative activities at 2 institutions over the alleged refusal of the management to implement Governor Seyi Makinde's directive on pension increase. Addressing journalists in Ibadan on Monday, the union said aggrieved retirees would begin daily mass protests from August 18th at Ladoke Akintola University of Technology Teaching Hospital in Ogbomosho and Emmanuel Alayode University of Education in Oyo. The union has also approached the Nigerian Labour Congress to declare a 3-day warning strike across the 2 institutions to compel compliance. The pensioners accuse the Chief Medical Director of Lawtech Teaching Hospital and the Vice Chancellor of Emmanuel Alayode University of refusing to comply with the state government's directive. According to the union, Governor Makinde directed in January 2025 that the lowest paid pensioner in Oyo State should receive a minimum monthly pension of 25,000 naira. The Lagos State government has announced a temporary traffic diversion plan to facilitate ongoing reconstruction works at the Anthony Village bus stop. In a statement issued on Monday, the Ministry of Transportation said evacuation had commenced at the bus stop as part of efforts to provide a permanent solution to a section of the road that has suffered repeated damage from heavy rainfall. The affected section will be reconstructed with interlocking paving stones to improve its durability. Motorists traveling from Fadeyi and intending to access the Apapa-Oshodi Expressway through Anthony Village will not be able to use the routes during the construction period. Similarly, motorists using the Anthony Village bus stop's service lane to connect Oshodi should avoid the corridor and remain on the expressway instead. Motorists traveling from Oshodi and intending to access the Anthony Ikorodu Road through Anthony Village should also be aware that there is no road at the project location while construction is in progress. The government appealed to motorists to plan their journeys and use alternative routes to reduce traffic congestion. You are watching News Radar on TV West. We'll take a short break now and return with more news. Stay with us. Welcome back to News Radar on TV West, now with the rest of the news. Now to business. 43 Nigerian insurance and reinsurance companies have met new capital requirements introduced under landmark industry reforms, the National Insurance Commission said on Sunday. The regulator said 8 insurers that submitted evidence of compliance shortly before July 31st deadline were still undergoing final verification, which it expects to conclude within 14 days. The exercise was conducted under the Nigerian Insurance Industry Reform Act 2025, signed into law by President Bola Tinubu last year as part of broader financial sector reforms. Nigeria had about 60 licensed insurance and reinsurance companies before the recapitalization exercise. Under the new rules, they were required to maintain minimum capital levels based on their business segment, with thresholds set at 15 billion naira for life insurers, 25 billion naira for non-life insurance, and 45 billion naira for reinsurance. The regulator said higher capital levels would improve insurers' ability to honor policyholder obligations, absorb emerging risk, and support long-term investments across the economy. The Joint National Public Service Negotiating Council has urged the Minister of Finance to convene an urgent meeting over the delayed payment of 2 months' wage award and the implementation of the 40% peculiar allowance for federal workers. In a letter addressed to the minister, the union said it was seeking an audience on or before August 11th, warning that failure to resolve the issues could spark unrest among public servants. The council expressed disappointment that 2 previous letters on the matter had received no response. It said the requested meeting was intended to find an amicable resolution to workers' outstanding welfare demands and avert a brewing industrial crisis. The union's demands center on 2 unresolved issues. The first is the implementation of the 40% peculiar allowance approved by the National Salaries, Income and Wage Commission with effect from May 1st, which has yet to be implemented. The second is the payment of 2 months outstanding wage award covering March and April 2026. The Nigeria Customs Service has released the final list of successful candidates for its 2024/2025 recruitment, with only 3,852 applicants securing places out of over 573,000 who applied. Comptroller General Adewale Adeni announced the list during a press briefing in Abuja on Tuesday. He said the recruitment recorded one of the highest level of competition in the industry of the service, with just 0.67% of applicants making the final selection. Successful candidates were selected among the 3 entry cadres. 1,275 made the superintendent cadre, 367 for the inspectorate cadre, and 2,210 for the customs assistant cadre. Adeni apologized to applicants for the lengthy process, which began in December 2024 and took 20 months to complete. He cited the unprecedented volume of applications, administrative challenges, and the need to ensure a transparent selection process. He said every application had to be verified against the National Identity Database, with candidates passing through application screening, computer-based examination, and multiple layers of scrutiny. In sports, Victor Osimhen declined to wear the captain's armband during Galatasaray's pre-season friendly against Rennes on Tuesday. The incident occurred in the second half when Abdulkarim Badaki was substituted in the 74th minute. He passed the armband to Osimhen, but the Nigerian forward handed it to Yunus Akun instead. Akun was taken aback by Osimhen's choice and tried to convince him to accept it, but the former African Footballer of the Year remained steadfast in his refusal. The match ended in a 3-0 draw at the Ali Sami Yen Sports Complex. Osimhen had earlier opened the scoring, leaping highest to head home from a corner kick. manager Okonburuk had previously expressed his intention for Sime to be one of the club's captain for the upcoming season following the departure of Moro Icardi. Away from sports, singer Burna Boy has announced plans to return to London Stadium in 2027 for a record third headline performance at the venue. The Afrofusion artist teased the announcement on social media by showcasing a diamond necklace commemorating his previous sold-out performances before officially confirming the 2027 concert. Burna Boy remains the only African artist to headline and sell out the stadium, which has an 80,000 capacity for concerts. He previously achieved the milestone in June 2023 during his Love Damini tour and repeated it in June 2024 as part of his I Told Them tour. The announcement follows the artist's recent performance at the inaugural FIFA World Cup final all-time show, further solidifying his position as one of Africa's most prominent musical exports. And on the foreign scene, thousands of Palestinians gathered in Gaza City on Tuesday for funeral prayers for 112 people recovered from under the rubble of homes destroyed during Israel's war on the enclave. The bodies were wrapped in Palestinia's flag and placed near the ruins of destroyed homes in Sabra neighborhood. They belong to members of the Al Essaya and Abu Sharif families who were killed when the Israel army bombed their homes on November 23, 2023. Civil defense teams retrieved the bodies on Saturday. Officials say the victims include 40 children, 38 women, and seven people with disabilities. The funeral is considered one of the largest in Palestinian history due to the high number of victims. The body will be buried at the Baptist Cemetery in the Zilton neighborhood. Civil defense officials say 157 bodies are still missing under the rubble. Palestinian authorities estimate that around 9,500 people remain trapped beneath destroyed buildings across Gaza. Israel has killed more than 73,000 people and injured over 174,000 others since October 2023. That's News Radar for this hour. I'm Victoria Ogudende. Thank you for joining us. Has many voices. Before the experts debate them, before the politicians defend them, we hear it directly from the people. This is Citizens Direct on TVWest. My name is Victoria Ogudende, and today we ask citizens what they think could be done to address the issue of insecurity in Nigeria. For many Nigerians, the issue of insecurity goes beyond the headlines. It affects how people do business, travel, and go about their daily life. Today on Citizens Direct, we meet with citizens to ask them what they think could be done to address the issue of insecurity in Nigeria and what role should individuals play to have a safer society.
When we talk of insecurity in this country now, it's affecting everybody, both local and international and everything. You see, what we should do is we should go back to our regional system security in the olden days. Like local government everywhere, they're supposed to have their own local security, state, everything. Join with federal government. We need to assist federal government too, because this thing is affecting everybody in this country. We should try. Every local government chairman and all this thing, they should form security that will protect all the local ones and all this thing, all our farmers and everything. If you see now, because of insecurity in this country now, the food, something now, everything is raising. No food, nothing, everything. Because nobody to go to farm and farm to do anything. We should try to assist ourselves. Everybody now, this insecurity affecting everybody. All of us should be a security together. And when we hear any information, we give to police or you give to any local vigilante and all this, so that they can take action about it. That's what we're supposed to do. That's what my own idea about it.
Okay, I think insecurity in Nigeria is more of a political issue rather than the natural issue. We have seen the likes of things that are happening in Nigeria in the present day is presently happening in other African countries, which are not taken lightly. I haven't really seen any evidence or convincing evidence where the government is actively fighting the present state of insecurity in Nigeria. So I think the government has a bigger role to play. Even though citizens also has roles to play, but they are rather minor than what the government has to do in Nigeria. When it comes to our defense, I think the government has to do more. You have to actually support the military rather than the way it has been done on paper. There are instances where we see military personnel complaining that they are having to go to battles without proper equipment, machineries. But on a daily basis, we see what these bandits are doing online. They have TikTok accounts. Security has gone beyond just carrying guns. It is now technology. So it's not just about carrying guns and rifles about. These people are in the bush there. They can be easily tracked. So we need to involve tech more into our security system rather than just the regular way we have been doing it. So I think that is the major thing we need to focus on.
My advice is that before the issue of insecurity, like all these banditry, kidnapping and all other stuff, back then there was, before each state there was a border, there was toll gates. So and then for every toll gate, like a kind of checkpoint before the toll gate, and after the toll gate there is also checkpoint. And for every checkpoint, there are soldiers, there are policemen, there are custom officers, there are NDLEAs. So you get what I'm saying? So my advice is that government should build for every state, within the border of every state, government should